Bitcoin is sliding after briefly hitting a new record high for the first time since November 2021, passing that 69,000 mark. Here with more is Yahoo Finance's very own Brad Smith. Brad.
Hey, Josh, great to see you. Look, longtime market domination viewer since day one here, and I'm ready to dominate this Bitcoin hit for you. First and foremost, we got to talk about Bitcoin down right now, 11%, having the worst day since November 2022. Our own Jared Blickley flagged that for us. And here's where you're seeing some of that intraday activity that took place. Of course, the number that many people should be focused in on, and rightly so, is that new record that we took out from November of 2021. And so the new mark to top and get back above is now $69,191 here. And so we're going to continue to watch this closely. But if you're wondering, well, why did the steam come out of the engine here? Well, Bitwise Asset Management CIO Matt Hogan told us the thing that could stop Bitcoin from rallying is if long-term Bitcoin investors decided to sell. The ETF and that market is soaking up more than 100% of the net new supply. So it's only when people who have been holding Bitcoin for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, they decide to sell that we could see prices pull back, just as we are right now, because he doesn't see the ETF demand going anywhere, Hogan explains. Holding 60,000 could be a key level to hold, with hopes of a new support during the higher highs witnessed as Bitcoin is clearly broken out of this crypto winter here. So here are the keys to the Bitcoin record that we've seen so far and what's yet to come. ETF applications and approvals, the April Bitcoin halving anticipation, plus you've got a year of global elections. So let me break down two, and then we'll have a conversation about the last one. First and foremost, the global crypto market cap. It sat earlier today at $2.42 trillion, according to CoinMarketCap. Dinara co-founder and CEO Lawrence Latimer, he told Yahoo Finance on December 26th, we think by the end of 2025, $2.5 trillion is in view as that overall market cap. So if you kind of average that across the industry, we think there's another potential 50% or so upside built into the pricing of assets. That was in December, Bitcoin being among them. Now, you think about the ETFs and the halving. Ben McMullen, who is the IDX Advisor's Chief Investment Officer, said this morning, I think this time you've got more breadth behind this particular rally, which makes this milestone more significant. Landscape of buyers coming into the market from off the sidelines through these ETFs. This is a lot stronger tailwind than we saw a couple years ago with the all-time highs last time around. So at this point, roughly 95% of all Bitcoin that have already been mined are already in the ecosystem. That's not to say that it's not going to have an impact. It's just, potentially one other thing that could be a catalyst here as we move forward here. So back to Economics 101, that's going to provide a nice little tailwind for further upside pricing here.
Brad, let's also talk about the role that global elections could play. You mentioned there that they could play a role. Dig into that a little bit for us.
Yeah, that's right. And so you do have more than 60 countries heading to the ballot boxes this year in elections around the world. And there will be areas where crypto or Bitcoin most certainly is on the ballot. And we had the opportunity to speak with a few folks about this and legislative actions in which regions could be pivotal about this. And particularly here, we did get one comment from the Chainlink co-founder as well, who said, I think the Asian markets, especially Hong Kong, Singapore, will be at the forefront of Bitcoin and digital currency adoption this year. This is mainly because the regulators in those regions have more progressive and open-minded views towards digital assets and seem committed to making the region a leading jurisdiction from them. Also went on to believe that in the Middle East, that's going to drive the next wave of adoption following Asia. Appreciate Sergey for those comments there. And then we did also have the opportunity to just briefly speak as well with Ben McMullen on that matter. And it's really just coming back to the number of people that are going to potentially look at this as an inflationary hedge and perhaps vote in favor of anybody who's running a campaign that is a little bit more cozying up to crypto here. And that does include the United States as well.
Interesting. The Bitcoin-driven voter. I mean, Anthony Scaramucci told us yesterday that he thinks that another Biden presidency would be better for the crypto industry writ large. We'll see if people believe him at the ballot box, if that's their primary motivation. Brad, thanks so much. Appreciate it.